Hello and welcome, people. Today we're back with another StarCraft 2 cast by me, District StarCraft, and it's going to be another 1 versus 1 from reddit.com/r/castit. And today we're going to have 2 diamond players, so it's a good game, definitely. And the map's going to be Frost LE, and in the bottom left side we have our terran player, theWalrus. And in the bottom right side we have our Zerg player, Tobi. So theWalrus was the one who submitted this replay, and his title to this game just caught my eye completely, and I knew I had to cast this. I might let you know what the title was. I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm just not gonna tell you until we've seen that happen. Okay, now I'm gonna stop talking about that until I spoil something. Alright, TvZ, what do we see? We see Mutaling Bane nowadays. My last cast was a TvZ as well. So we see Mutaling Bane versus, Marines, perhaps a few Marauders and Widow Mines, Medivacs. We often see 15 hatches, and especially on this map, it's Frost, of course, and it's very big. A macro map for the most part. But we see a 14 pool instead by Tobi, which it's still a macro build. And our terran player, theWalrus, is going to go for a command center on the low ground, as to what it looks like. And I like this. As I said earlier, it is a macro map, definitely. It's big and the 4-player, you're supposed to macro on it. Rushes aren't as viable since you have to scout out where your opponent is, so 6 pools and similar things aren't that great. Roach pushes can be decent, hit a few timings on 2 bases, but it's still quite a long distance to walk. Let's see here, you have to walk all the way over here until you reach the natural of your opponent. So macro is preferred on this map. It is also a map that pro players really like to play on, and it rarely gets vetoed in tournaments compared to other larger maps. What it's called? The big one, I can't remember right now, but you might know what I'm talking about. It's a big dark map with an in-base expansion. Oh well, anyways, we see our barracks coming down from the Walrus right now, and this expansion is about to finish. He's got 1 gas, just finishing up, putting 3 workers in there. So, quite standard macro build from him. A couple of Zerglings out there from Tobi. Might want to secure this watchtower, or try to poke in and do some damage. The Walrus doesn't have any army out right now. He's got 1 Marine on the way, so they might be able to get a bit of damage done, but not a whole lot. We see a bunker going down, a bit too late perhaps, but I think the Walrus is going to be fine. He might have to lift off the expansion, cancel the bunker, but it's not going to be a big deal probably. These are diamond players, as I said previously, so they might have some decent what is it called? They have very good control of their units, basically. Not very good, but it's a decent. I'm a diamond player myself, so I'm not like I want to be a hypocrite right now or anything. I'm not that good myself. Alright, now finally the expansion for Tobi is about to finish up, and this is quite late. He has been investing a lot into these links, and he has got a baneling nest finished as well. So he's probably gonna do some damage here with a baneling bust, I guess. Metabolic boost has not been started, and he's not finished either. So I don't know why I didn't go for that. I feel like metabolic boost is very important, but might be a bit more important in PvC. Now we see 4 and +4. That 8 banelings coming in right now, and the Walrus. What's the army supply looking like? 5 to 9. Now 5 to 11, and when these banelings finish up, I think it's gonna be a bit more. I'm not too sure how that works. Yeah, 5 to 13 right now, but the bunker is finished, and it's got a Marauder in there. Marauders are very good versus banelings since they can tank a lot of damage. Now we see a tank coming up, but here we see the banelings coming in. 1 baneling falls immediately, 2nd coming in, and they take out the bunker. There are not a whole lot of links here, and I feel like the Walrus can just escape to the high ground, as he does right now. A couple of workers going down, 6 so far, so that is decent, I guess, from Tobi. Another one going to fall, 7, and he's going to kill off supply depot as well. But the siege tank's about to finish up, and I feel like the Walrus can hold this off pretty easily, especially with the siege tank here. He can probably bombard these banelings from the high ground already. So it should be fine. But Tobi, he has got the possibility to macro up, and yes, he is building 10 drones right now. So he is not investing like a ton into this. He just wanna put out some early damage, but that's not gonna happen. He spots the siege tank and backs off for now. And we see 31 supply to 40 right now. And let's look at the income. 30 workers to 21. So I feel like that was worth it for Tobi still. He did get quite a lot of damage done, and he did kill a bunker and a few supply depots as well. Tobi adding on a roach warren right now, probably to deal with those tanks. And you know, roaches are decent. They're not great and versus tanks, but they are like an all-round unit, and they're definitely better than the Zerglings, that's for sure. But I feel like he should drop a perhaps a Spire as well, but it's a bit too early for that, I guess. Yeah, it's only at 8:30 right now. I'm not great with Zerg or Terran, so if my analogy is a bit off, that's probably why. I just build what I like to do when I play Zerg and Terran, basically. But the Walrus is quite low on harvesters actually, and is at 26 still. He should be producing 2 at a time, which he is doing, so that's very good. But he hasn't got his natural or his main base fully saturated, and that is not good. He adds on a oh my god, I missed these completely. He has already got his 3rd base finished and a 4th on the way as well. And these are going to be great for the mules, of course. Since he is quite low on harvesters, he can produce 3 SVs at a time right now. Got it, yeah. Alright, back to focus. Okay, so as I said, he can produce 3 SVs at a time, which is great to catch up in the harvester count. And we don't see any more drones coming up from the Zerg play. Okay, now we do. So they are both trying to macro up and try to stabilize again. Double army coming up, so, and a few factories. So this tells me mech all the way, which is quite usual nowadays, quite common in TvZ. But it's not. I feel like Marine Marauder Mine is a bit more standard. But I'm not too pro at the meta game in TvZ, so I might be mistaken. Spire coming down from Tobi. As I said previously, I should be going for that Spire. Mutas are great for harassment. They are not very good in straight up engagements, especially not when the Thors are mixed in to that mech army. And yeah, they are not great versus Thors basically. Mines are also quite good versus mutas. They deal a lot of splash damage, and since mutas don't have a lot of HP, they can do a lot of damage. But I feel like we're not gonna see that many mines today. Thors and Hellbats is going to be the composition for now, and he's already got a few siege tanks out. 2, I think, only. Yes, 2 siege tanks out. So this is definitely going to be a standard mech build here from the Walrus, our turn play. Adding on missile turrets right now, as he suspects that these mutas are on the way. Has he spotted them? No, he hasn't scanned anything. He doesn't even know where the where Tobi is, rather. As you can see, the whole minimap was dark, so he doesn't know anything. But he does have his 3rd and 4th established right now, and is going to be able to drop 3 meals at a time as he turns this into planetary. It's not going to be 4. But alright. So that's very good for him. He's managing to catch up, and his 4th base is actually earlier than Tobi's is. So that is very good for him, of course. He's still producing SVs 3 at a time. Thor and siege tanks already got +1/+1 mech on the way as well. And let's have a look at the upgrades. Oh, that's not it. Nope, that was a pass. Yeah, I'm not very good at this. Alright, let's try to find the upgrades, shall we? Here we go. G it is. Alright. +1/+1 missile and carapace has finished for the Zerg player. So they're about to get even on upgrades, as +1/+1 for the mech just finished for the Protoss player. The Terran player, the Walrus, of course. But what is Tobi supposed to get? What is his unit composition supposed to be to deal with this mech style? I'm not too sure actually. What we see a lot nowadays are swarm hosts. Swarm hosts are the only way to deal with mech basically. But the games can often turn into a very long and boring, drawn out game. So I hope we don't see that. as I'm not that great at casting, and I feel like that's going to be a pain in the ass for me to cast. But we'll see. We'll see. He might try to go for some roachling mix, as I feel like that's doable, at least in the mid and on the way to late game. But it's getting increasingly difficult as the time goes by during the game. But alright, we see already the 5th base being built here from the Walrus. He might actually turn this into planetary and just keep it here, as a 5th base right now at the 14-minute mark is not it's not necessary basically. And yes, he's going to turn it into planetary. Just keep it here for the defense. And I like this. Prevents any kind of bailing run by, which he does with the supply depots here as well. And he is playing mech basically, so he's not that mobile, and he has to keep some of his bases safe. A couple of links coming in here from Tobi. What can they do? Not anything, that's what it looks like. A few survive, and 2, and yeah, that was walled off before he could do anything. Might get an SV. Yes, he will actually, and that is good. Delaying that gas. Oh, the Hellbats are coming. No, he's not gonna get any SVs. They were in the red, but they were not taken down. We see 9 mutalisks on the way right now, and we already see 22 out right now. I think these are 22. 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 3 times 8 is 24 minus 2. So that's 22 plus 9. That's going to turn this into 31 mutalisks right now. But what I like from the Walrus is he's got a lot of sensor towers up, so he can easily spot if any mutas try to come in from the back here and try to harass here at the 4th base, this planetary. But he also got a lot of missile turrets, so that shouldn't be a problem either. We see a 5th base coming up from Tobi as well, but he's not really saturating it at all. And let's look at the harvest account, 79 to 76. So this is a good harvest account. I might want to get a few more, but he has got mules, the terran player that is, so should be safe. And here we see the mutas coming in. How many are there? 36 right now. That is a lot of mutalisks. 40. That is, yeah, that's a lot of mutalisks basically. We see 2 Thors right now, 6 Hellbats, and 11 siege tanks, and not a lot of anti-air. A couple of Vikings finishing up 4 right now, but I don't know how he's gonna deal with all of these mutas. He hasn't got any anti-air, and these turrets are falling so rapidly. Oh, a couple of Thor shots coming off, and these are wrecking the mutalisks. Holy shit. Okay, not as bad as I would have thought. The Thors die pretty quickly. But let's see what's happening. He is not trading very well with these mutas, and I do not like this from Tobi. I should stay back a bit. He's down to 14, 13 mutalisks. Alright. He gets a lot of units for his effort, but he lost so many mutalisks as well, and he's gonna lose more of them. He just flies over all of these turrets, and I feel like he should have just stayed here, try to harass this mineral line, and because there weren't that many Vikings out, just a few Thors and a couple of Vikings for the anti-air, and just like that, the mutas are gone. What do we see in the production tab? 22 more mutalisks. All right, he likes his mutas, and he's gonna keep on building them, I guess. He's got a lot of gas income though, so he can afford it, and he has got his 5th base up, as I said previously. So he's got the money and the bank to afford it right now. But I feel like he should probably go into Swarm Host. That is the best way to deal with mech nowadays. 24, yeah, 27 or something like that. Units, 28 mutalisks right now. That is a lot. He is just getting them up again. Okay, a couple of links coming in here. This isn't walled off, but that's a smart air. It doesn't matter at all. A lot of siege tanks, mines, and just Hellbats. They would, why would he run them in there? Didn't he notice all of them died immediately, and should have at least saved a couple to try to harass at different, locations? But alright. Perhaps a few mistakes. Not that big of a deal. Signals are quite cheap. Now Walrus coming out here to clean off this creep, which I must say, very well done from Tobi. He's been spreading this creep very well during the entire game. And we see this awesome special edition Thor. Whoops, how did I zoom out there? I don't know. As you can see, looking very cool. And you got that with the Wings of Liberty limited edition, of course. And And for Heart of the Swarm, it was the skin for the Ultralisks, which you probably know of. It was just a cool skin. But alright, 45 Mutalisks right now from Tobi, and 4 Ravens are out. Do they have Seeker Missile? Yes, they do, and you know how devastating Seeker Missiles can do. No, not how devastating they can do, how devastating they can be. And especially versus those mutas. Combined with a couple of mines and Thor shots, those mutas are gone in a matter of seconds. But the players are almost maxed right now, and their armor compositions should be almost final right now, because if someone loses in a big engagement, that's going to be over. And how many mutas? 54 mutas, holy balls, I want to say. Turrets falling, 3 right now have fallen, and a couple of more, but the mutas don't care about turrets, they just fly over. And now he's gonna kill these 4th base from the Terran player. There it goes, the orbital command goes down. And here we see the Ravens moving in. As I said previously, the Seeker missiles can be horrible. There we go, Seeker missiles coming off. Can they get good hits? This is gonna be, oh my god, awful hits for the Zerg player. Incredible for the Terran player, of course. And that is why you want to watch out for Ravens. And that is also why mutas aren't the best in the late game. What do we see now? 15 more Mutalisks coming out. He believes in his mutas, but that was awful. Let's look at the kills from these Ravens. There we have 1, 2 kills on him. 0. Perhaps the Ravens died. I'm not sure. Yeah, they probably all died. Those who got kills. 5 kills, 0. Yeah, these are new ones. They didn't get any kills, so that's a bit unfortunate. But let's go on and look at the units killed. 153 units have been killed, and remember, they are Mutalisks. They are not cheap. They cost 100 gas and 100 minerals, so that's 200 resources times 53, which is a lot. That's like 106 or something. 200 times 5. Yeah, it's a lot of money basically. Mutas are not cheap, and I don't know if Tobi can win this game right now. Let's look at the income. It's almost even in the mineral count, but he's got a lot of gas income though. And the Walrus is starting to mine out his bases, and since this base did fall, he's lost quite a bit of mining over there. Now the Walrus is gonna push out, and I like this push. That's a lot of Thors and siege tanks, and I don't know how you're supposed to deal with this without the swarm host corruptor, you know, mix, because anything you throw at this army is just gonna get slaughtered. Mutas, nope, the Thors and Seeker missiles got that. These Zerglings and roaches are not going to do the trick. I don't know how he's gonna deal with this. And let's see what he's got in production. 7 Mutalisks, but he should have learned his lesson. They are not going to cut it right here. Let's see what he can do. The Walrus sending off a couple of Hellbats up here, and I like this. But they are going to get picked off, unfortunately, pretty quickly. But it still allows him to advance with his main army back down here. These mutas are not going to do anything versus this army. I don't feel like Tobi can do anything at all right now. The siege tanks are sieging up, and they have 3 armor, 2 attack. That is massive damage coming out from these siege tanks. And here we see the mutas. They might try to go for a counterattack, but I don't know. 2 mines and a lot of turrets are in position here. Let's see the mutas coming in. Are they going to get any kills? Turrets are shooting immediately, and boom, boom. Oh, nice widow mine shots coming up. And the nope. Mutas are falling quickly, and the Walrus is just gonna march into Tobi's base and just clean this up. Nothing Tobi can do without these swarm hosts, of course. And now Tobi, I feel like, no, there's nothing he can do, man. He tries to add on spine crawlers, 10 more Mutalisks, but it's not going to work. It is all over for him. Yeah, the Walrus marching up. Got a lot of Thors, a lot of siege tanks still, and Tobi coming in with a few more mutas again, trying to pick off these turrets, and there are a lot of them which are not finished, but it's not going to be enough. Tobi, it's not going to be enough, man. Another Seeker missile coming off, probably gonna fizzle out. Yeah, there we go, fizzling out. If that's a word, I'm not too sure. As English is not my first language. in any way. So yeah, Tobi, I don't know why you're staying in this game, man. I guess he believes in these hatcheries up here, but there's nothing he can do. Running with the overlords, yeah, he is just staying in this game too. I guess he's trying to realize what went wrong, and I can tell you what went wrong. You sacrificed about 53 mutalisks, give or take, plus 20, 25 as after that, and you know, that's not how you want to do it. Might try to stay in this game to annoy him, the Walrus as well. Yeah, trying to expand everywhere, but I don't know why he's doing that. There really is no reason for him to do that at all. But alright, I guess if he wants to, he can do it. Oh, man, Tobi, I don't know, what are we supposed to do with you? But yeah, let's just analyze the game. So we had the Walrus going out for pretty quick expansions, and Tobi went for a bit of an aggressive start compared to the Walrus. Tried to attack with a few lings and banelings in the beginning. Didn't get a lot of damage done, but it did kill a few SUVs, and I would say they were on even footing. The Walrus had a lot of bases though. There we go. There's the GG from Tobi. Finally, he wanted to realize what went wrong, I suppose. But alright, we were about to analyze the game, and the Walrus managed to macro up nicely, and he had 4 bases before the Zerg player did it. And he just got this massive mech mutable. No, not the mech mutable. A strong mech ball, and it just wrecked everything Tobi threw at him. All the mutas, everything, and he just marched. He just marched in the end. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. It's a bit difficult for me to cast for a long time. I run out of things to say, basically. And since English is not my first language, I'm not that good at improvising. But anyway, hope you liked it. And the Walrus, if you're listening, please make sure to submit more replays to reddit.com/r/castit. Basically, anyone who watches this replay can do that. And yeah, see you guys anytime soon, I guess.